friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is burrito day. There's many types of burritos to make. So much stuff you could put in a burrito, but this is what I'm gonna use today because I have leftovers, and I'm gonna just make a couple of breakfast burritos to have in the freezer for my husband for work. This is like half a pound of a ground beef that was left over from a recipe that I did during the week. I think it was like the day before yesterday. So I'm just gonna make some of this. I am gonna put a potato in this one too. So I'm gonna have this ground beef with potato burrito. I don't have any beans right now in hand already made, so there's not gonna be beans in these burritos. Remember, a burrito, you can put whatever you want in a burrito and it's good. But I'm gonna show you the seasonings that I use because some of you wanted to see some burrito videos. So I'm gonna show you guys the seasonings that I put inside these burritos. So for the ground beef burrito, I'm just gonna use some cilantro, tomatoes, and some jalapenos, and an onion. I'm not gonna use a whole onion for that little piece of half a pound of ground beef, but I am gonna keep the other half for the chicken. This is leftover chicken that I had made for chicken flautas, and I don't want it to go this way. It's probably like, I don't know, 2 handfuls. So I'm probably only get like 2 or 3 burritos out of this. But again, the main thing is to show you guys how I make them and the seasonings that I put in there. This chicken breast is only seasoned when I boiled it with a little bit, 1 bay leaf and salt water. That was it. So that's that, and I'll add more seasonings to it. So this would be just chicken burrito. Again, the same ingredients. Now you could put rice in them, beans, all of that, but this is all that I have right now. And not only that, my husband likes some with tomate, cebolla, y chile. Like everything, it's even on our menu board: carne with tomate, cebolla, chile. And instead of this meat, he prefers, when I make it like that, would be like the steak meat, chuck steak. But like I said, this is all I had, and I wanted to get over these leftovers, so the burrito's good. I'll just freeze these and throw them in the, and take them out and give them to him for lunch, or if the kids want a burrito throughout the day. So back to the chicken. I'll season that up, but I'm gonna use the same ingredients that I used for. Did you miss me? Yes, I missed you. Where were you? I was in the storage. You're in the storage. Yeah. Yeah, that's what your dad said too. I gotta look for them. I think you used them already. Oh, okay. So same ingredients. Probably a little different on the seasoning than I would on the ground beef, but I'm just gonna use this. Remember, put rice, beans, lettuce, anything you want, cheese in there, go ahead and do that. It's good. And then I'm gonna make some breakfast burritos, which is just with chorizo, potatoes, a couple of eggs, and some of these hot beans. And I am gonna put cheese in the burrito. Again, you could do scrambled eggs, you could take this out, you don't have to put chorizo. Just make it to the way that you like it. But I'm gonna show you, no thank you, mija. But I'm gonna show you 3 different ways that I make these 3 burritos. I do make shrimp burritos, fish burritos, every type of burrito. But I guess if you guys want to see those, I could do those on another video. But for now, let's get rid of these leftovers so that we don't throw them in the garbage. And let's get started. That was 4 minutes in. Oh my gosh, I need some oxygen. Okay, let's start with the breakfast burritos. We're gonna start with this one because this one's, well, they're all easy to make, but I'm gonna start with these ones, and let's get started. All right, I hope you guys could hear me because I'm gonna be over here. But I already peeled my potatoes and I rinsed them. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cube them up. My good knife is inside the dishwasher. So I decided to make half of the potatoes with chorizo and half without. I like chorizo, but chorizo gives me heartburn. So I'm just gonna do these. I got like a total of 4 potatoes, but I'll probably end up getting a lot of burritos. You know, once you start adding eggs and stuff, it starts to become a lot. Oh, hold on. Maybe my mat's moving. Let me put this white rag on the bottom. hate this knife.
I'm gonna open the dishwasher to get you your knife.
I can't even find my silver one. Is the silver one in there too?
Yeah.
Okay, my potatoes are already cut. I added actually a little bit more oil than I wanted to, but the pan was hot. I'm not gonna fetch that out. That oil staying there. I'll just drain. How? You guys see all the potatoes flying everywhere? Yep.
Wow.
Yes. What is it? Ay, este niño no comió. I told you make them some fideo.
What are you gonna do too? That's spicy. I have to. You did. You didn't even eat it.
Okay, potatoes are in there. I don't know if you guys are lopsided. Oh, my bad. You know what? I can't function anymore, guys. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. I banged the thing. Okay, when I put my potatoes in there, I don't mix them right away. I let them sit for a bit. Give me that. Give me that, Rita. Yeah, my seasonings.
I try to guess again.
Sure, guess them. You're welcome, son. Are you in any pain? You are? Okay. So here I'm gonna add some garlic. I always season my potatoes like this, always. Add your desired amount of garlic. We love garlic, so you put garlic in there.
You need more of this.
Onion powder. I don't use a lot of onion powder, just a little.
And I mix
Black
it in.
pepper, some salt, and just some salt. Even after I put the add your desired amount of salt. That probably look like a lot to you guys, but it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're all lopsided.
I know they're lopsided. I couldn't fix it.
Can I stop it?
Yeah. So I put my seasonings in there. I didn't mix it right away. I let that sit probably like for a couple of minutes. Now that it's been there, I'm gonna go ahead and mix it. See how some start to toast up? I like them a little bit toasty. I really don't like mushy potatoes if it's for breakfast. But you know, you don't always get crispy potatoes. Sometimes you just gotta eat what you get and how they come out. Okay, so that's gonna sit there for a while. And then probably like in another 5-6 minutes, I'll come mix it again. I don't usually keep mixing it and mixing it. I just let it toast up on the bottom and then I mix it and then keep doing that till they're done. But since I already mixed it, I'll probably give it like 5 minutes, come back and then do another mix. Okay, it's been a little bit more than 5 minutes. I got busy doing something else. Let me mix these. Oh, these get really hot. Yeah, they're pretty. They're pretty toasty. That's how my husband likes them. Like, but he likes when I cut them like super tiny pieces and when they're like that. That was hot. Okay, to these potatoes, I'm gonna add a hot meat. That way it starts to toast up with the potatoes. let that sit for a bit. I think the potatoes are already done, honestly. But I'm gonna let the sausages get a little bit toasty. Hopefully I don't burn them. I think they're good, so let me throw some onions in there. I'm gonna throw these onions in there. It's about a quarter of an onion. Mix that up. You could throw tomato in here if you want, but it will make the potato mushy because we all know tomato has tomato juice, or the juice is from its natural tomato, I guess you could say. So I'm not going to put a tomato in here. I'm just going to let those onions fry up with it, and I'm just going to throw in a little bit of cilantro in here too. Just a little bit of cilantro, not a lot. Oh, turn on the comal, please. I forgot to turn on the comal. 8. A little bit higher. These are basically done. I totally forgot I was gonna throw chorizo in the papas for you guys.
I even saw something.
Yeah. So guys, I'm not gonna make a chorizo one. But if you guys want to add chorizo, add the chorizo before you put in the hot pepper, the hot sausage, and the onions. You know what? You could even do it like that. You get, give me the chorizo. You use half of this, throw it in there. So you would want to cook it. This is raw. You would want to cook it till, I guess the instructions are, oh yeah, look, the instructions are right there on how to make them. But I always cook the chorizo, like as soon as the papas are raw, the potatoes are raw, that's when I throw in the chorizo. And I put it at a lower temperature so that the chorizo doesn't burn. So if you want the potatoes and chorizo, you would want to add the chorizo in as soon as you put your potatoes in as well. You could add hot links. These are hot links. If you don't want hot links, you could just use regular beef sausage, any type of sausage you want, cheddar, anything like that. I'm going to add a couple of eggs down here at the bottom. Even just without the egg is really good. Just potatoes like that. Give me those eggs, Mahita, please. I'm only going to add 2 eggs. So right here at the bottom, just our 2 eggs. The kids are already over here just watching me. I don't think this is going to be frozen burritos. I think it's going to be lunch for them. You could also throw jalapenos in here or just salsa. But since the chorizo, the sausages are spicy, I'm not going to put jalapenos in them. If you want to add more eggs, add more eggs. When I make chorizo and eggs alone, I use about 16 eggs. That's what feeds a 7. I would have to use 16 eggs if it was just chorizo and eggs. If it's like this, probably about 6 eggs I would add in the potatoes like this. But I'm just adding 2 because probably the kids are gonna eat this right now. And it's not, I don't need to make a whole lot. And this is basically to show you guys different ideas. So basically our chorizo breakfast burritos are done. Huh?
Not chorizo.
It's not chorizo, hot links. Eggs, onions, hot links, and potatoes, and cilantro. Remember, there's no wrong way of making a breakfast burrito. You make it to your liking. If I had mushrooms, I would throw mushrooms in here.
Oh,
But half of the family here don't like mushrooms. Let me show you guys. Give me the tortillas, mija, so I can show them. Oh, yes. Hold on, guys. Let me move. My daughter's trying to throw her cake in the oven. Go ahead. You guys want to see her chocolate cake? Look at that. Is that chocolate or poop? Chocolate or poop? Chocolate cake. Okay, so I got that from that one movie, Baby Mama. You guys seen it? Hilarious. So the tortillas I use are these uncooked flour tortillas frescas. These I buy at Costco. It's just made with non-GMO, no oil, no cholesterol, no saturated fat, 0 trans fat per serving, and no preservatives. These, I think the ingredients are pretty clean on these ones. Let me see. Yep, they sure are. Right there. Wheat flour, filtered water, canola oil, salt, and sugar. That's it. No other ingredients. Oops, I forgot to turn this off. So these are raw. You would have to cook these on a comal, a skillet, cast iron pan, however you want. If you plan to make like a huge burrito for work, I suggest you buy the burrito size tortillas. They have the large burritos. These are really small. Let me see. Yeah, they're the size of this pan right here. It looks big on camera, but these tortillas make probably like my hand size. My hands are not big after rolling them and folding them and everything. So these are pretty small tortillas for a burrito. If you want a huge burrito, then I suggest you get the extra large burrito grande tortillas. I know they have. I have never seen them raw, but yeah. So let's start rolling up some breakfast burritos. Okay, I got some tortillas done there. Let the assembling begin. Stupid flash. Hold on. Okay, my flash is on. Yep. My husband always comes after me. He's like, in every video, you always say, is my flash on? And I never check before. So here's our potatoes, breakfast burritos, potatoes, eggs, hot links, onions, and cilantro. Now let's assemble some of these burritos. I do add cheese in the burritos. I don't know if you guys could see. I'm sorry for all the moving. I'm trying to fix it so you guys could see. But let me show you guys. Here's our first tortilla. Get a big scoop of this. Now you can put ketchup. I don't know if you want to put ketchup in there and freeze them. I've never tried that. But you can put salsa. Into that, just some cheese. And when they warm it up, oops, a sausage fell out. When they warm it up, the cheese will get all nice and gooey. Would it be gooey or cheesy? They're still big burritos. I'll eat that one because it fell out. I don't know. I think there's gonna be a lot of burritos in there, and I stuffed that one pretty good. Let me show you guys a close-up of that burrito. Here's a close-up of the burrito. To this one, I'm gonna add some homemade red salsa. This is fire. This salsa is fire, so I'm not gonna put a lot because we already got the hot links in there. I don't want it to be super fiery. But that's my breakfast burrito, how I make it. That's not the only breakfast burrito I make, but that's the one I'm gonna make today. Alright guys, let's move on to our chicken burrito. Okay, the next burrito we are making is a chicken burrito. This is leftover shredded chicken from a flauta video dinner that we had a couple days ago. It's not very much. It's about 2 handfuls probably. Yeah, pretty much. Since this is already cooked, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut all my veggies first and cook those first before I throw in the chicken. Like I said, this is already cooked. If it wasn't cooked, then you would want to cook your chicken first. You could use chicken breast, chicken thighs, any type of chicken you want. Chop it up and then just season it, and then when it's almost done cooking, you would add your veggies. But since this is already cooked, I'm gonna cook my veggies first. I'm gonna use the last piece of the onion that was left over from the potatoes. I'm gonna use 4 tomatoes and then probably 1 whole jalapeno. These are super big. Look at that, almost as big as my hand. And some cilantro. I am gonna add seasonings, a little bit of seasonings to that chicken as well. But I'll probably add them when I add the... Oh, I didn't finish. When I add the veggies. I like to cut my onions like this and leave them this length. You could chop them up any way that you want. Let me turn on the stove. Hold on. You just want to turn it on and get a little bit of olive oil going on, or whatever type of oil you want. I am going to use this whole chili only because I want the chicken to be spicy. And I'm just going to cut those in little circles. You could cut them any way you want. A serrano would be a lot spicier. I would prefer serrano, but I don't have any. Dude, these are like super green. Can you guys see? Look at that. You guys see how green that is? Can you guys smell it? Look at that. It looks gross in the inside. Alright, let's cut all these. I'm gonna fry these ones up first, the jalapenos and the onions. And then I'm gonna add, in a couple of minutes after I add that, I'm gonna add the tomatoes. Everybody's been coughing up a storm probably because this smells, let me taste it. No, it's actually not that spicy. But I think I'll just leave it there. That whole one. I'm gonna add this to the pan really quick and cut the tomatoes. These tomatoes are super squishy, so a lot of juice is gonna come out of them. And I don't think this is the right knife. Let me find one that has, use a steak knife, because that won't cut through it. Look at, any way, any shape, any size, it don't matter. Don't even start. Chili's haven't been.
No, the honey's got to. And the coffee too. Oh my God. What are you making?
I'm frying the onion and the jalapeno.
Oh no.
I was gonna say that wasn't even in there for like a minute. I really hate mushy potatoes. I hate it so much. Look at that. Yuck. Yeah, my knife is still in the dishwasher, so it's gonna be a minute. I think I'm just gonna do 3 tomatoes. The other one I'm not gonna use. Cutting what?
It sounds like it's duck's quacking over.
Duck quacking?
Yes.
Like that?
I don't know. I heard it for like a couple of seconds.
Look at all this juice from the tomato. You guys see? Okay, it's been about 5 minutes since I threw all that together. To that, I'm just gonna add some salt. Add your desired amount. Those tomatoes, I tasted them, they're super sweet. So you may not need a lot of salt. You may do. You may need it. I don't know. Garlic powder. Black pepper. Cumin. I don't use a lot of cumin. I probably use like a pinch. Like less than half a teaspoon. Or probably a teaspoon. Mix that up really, really, really good. Okay, now that everything is nice and soft and translucent and squished all together at the bottom, I'm gonna add the chicken. I just cut up some cilantro and just threw it in there. So all that goes in here. Mix that up. It's a little drier than I would like it. I am gonna add a little bit more of olive oil and a little bit of water. Even though those tomatoes were juicy, they kind of sucked it up all right away. I can't even talk. Okay, let's see. And since our chicken's already cooked, you're basically just warming this up. Because the tomatoes are done, onions are done. Anything that you want in a burrito, you could make it however you want. There's no wrong way of making a burrito. So let that finish cooking. Well, warming up, I guess you would say. I bet you my stupid flashing now. Oh, it is. You're just gonna come after me again. I always say my stupid flash, my flash. I was gonna make the ground beef burrito. Basically, the way you make the ground beef burrito that I make the way I make my ground beef burritos is basically the same way that I make this way. This one, well, not exactly the same. The seasonings are the same though. The only thing is I would cook the ground beef first and then add all my stuff that I want in there, as tomato, onions, cilantro, and jalapenos. But I usually use all the same seasonings: garlic, cumin, black pepper, and a little bit of salt. So I'm gonna take out this part of the tomato. The ground beef recipe would be exactly the same as I made this one. But you're just cooking the meat first. And I don't season the meat until it absorbs all its water. You know how like when you cook a meat and it has all this water and all of this? Yeah, I don't season the meat while it's that. When it absorbs the water, that's when I add my seasonings. And then everything else. I was gonna make these into burritos, but my daughter wants to eat it with bread, so I'm not gonna. Only because it's a little bit amount of chicken. There's no point. I'll probably make one for video purposes, but they want to eat it with bread. And basically, this is done. Let me zoom into it. Okay, I'll wrap a burrito for you guys. Alright guys, let's wrap this burrito so we can wrap it up. You guys see what I did there? Here's our chicken with all this goodness. Onions, tomatoes, chile. That pan's hot. Not gonna put cheese in here. If I had beans and rice, I would put beans and rice in here. But I don't have none made, so it's just gonna be a chicken burrito. This is how I make chicken burritos. And this is what a close-up of the chicken burrito looks like. Any type of chicken, any leftovers, just throw some onions, tomato, chili, whatever you want in it. Throw it in a tortilla, wrap it, and that's lunch. Guys, these are my burritos. I am gonna look for, I think it's in one of my husband's lunchbox videos that I have a ground beef video of how I made like this. If you guys want to go back and look at it, it's under my playlist. I'll try to find the time to upload it in this video. Can't promise you that, but like I said, if you want to use ground beef, just cook the ground beef first. The same seasonings that I added in the chicken is what I add in the ground beef. You want to spice it up a bit, add a potato, add some other ingredients that you want in there, some other veggies, and then just wrap it up. But this is a chicken one. My husband and my daughter like chicken. My husband's actually on his way home, so he's gonna come home right in time for some chicken burritos. I hope you guys try. You want one? What happened? Oh, you like them too? Oh, so does my son. My son's recovering from surgery, so he's all on drugs right now. He's he's all, I like them too. He can't eat, my poor baby. Okay, so guys, I hope you guys try out these recipes. I hope you try out the seasonings. I hope you try, like, I know you guys know how to make burritos. I know you guys know what to do. But I know there's times that as a mother, as a wife, or even cooking for yourself, whatever the case is, sometimes there's always something out there that you want to see that you haven't tried yet. Believe me, I'm one of those persons. I know how to make certain things, but I always look to see, hey, maybe somebody else did it differently that I'm willing to try. So I totally get that, and I know where you guys are coming from asking from the most simplest potatoes, the simplest burritos, I'm sorry. But like I said, make them how you guys like them, wrap them in a tortilla, take off, and just enjoy your lunch. You could also freeze them and have them already there and take them to work and just warm them up at work. But guys, thank you guys so much for this requesting this video. It's been fun. It's been long. What? Thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope you guys are all staying safe and away from harm. This girl's getting some bread to get her chicken. Thank you guys so much for everything. I look forward to seeing you guys on my next video. You guys stay safe. Until then, I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.